The Democrat in that upcoming special election for the 21st District is under fire after comments he made in 2013. 7 News reporter Gage Kilborn has more on what was said then and what the candidate is saying now.
21st Congressional District candidate Blake Gendabine is under fire from Republicans about an interview he did 12 years ago with Traditional Arts in upstate New York, also known as Tawny. One topic, farming in the North Country. Gendabine owns a farm in Lisbon.
It's hard to find one local person that does not have domestic abuse problems, alcohol problems. So when you hire these local guys, all of a sudden you're bombarded with social program stuff.
The interview goes to Gendabine saying local workers have, quote, custody battles and child support battles, end quote, and they, quote, show up late and drink too much, end quote. Republicans also take issue with what Gendabine said about corrections officers.
Corrections officer who is, you probably know that they don't have much self-worth in their jobs as corrections officers.
It is for these reasons Republicans believe, quote, Democrats didn't do their homework when they selected Blake Gendabine and his catastrophic statements, end quote. In a statement, Gendabine tells 7 News it's a badge of honor to be attacked by career politicians because he says they know he will be an independent voice for the North Country. One Democrat county chairman remains a supporter of Gendabine.
I think he's a very good candidate for it. He's a local. He's one of us. He's not transplanted here.
Burke also criticizes Republicans for dragging something up from an interview a dozen years ago.
That much baggage if all they can come up with is, and we had asked him that if he had any baggage. He didn't have any, if all they can come up with was a conversation 13 years ago.
While the Democrats have their nominee, the Republicans haven't announced who will run in the special election for them. Gage Kilborn, 7 News.